Welcome guys, Chris3 here, and this is not the Spanish Grand Prix. Long story short, I forgot to save the Spanish Grand Prix file. Also, the race wasn't the best either. I was in a good position for most of the race, however, at the end, unfortunately, I've crashed out. So now we jump into Monaco. As we load into our garage, this is probably one of the most important qualifying sessions of the season, as track position is key around Monaco, as we're going to move towards the end of the out lap as we round off the final corner, going on the main straight and into Saint-Devote. First lap around Monaco, and at night the track looks beautiful. Let's see how good this lap is, going up the hill into the casino square now. This corner there really difficult before, and into the slowest corner, Mirabeau, and now the slowest hairpin on the F1 calendar, 40 kilometers an hour. That's really slow for an F1 car. And now we're gonna go towards the tunnel. The lap looks clean for now, not many mistakes. A little bit wide in a hairpin, but for now it's not too bad. We're going towards the first chicane. Be careful not to clip that wall on the inside, because if you do, your wing or your wheel is off. Here, one of the most difficult corners to keep it on the track. Here, the quick S, another chicane into swimming pool. Cut that corner slightly and into Raskas. Really need to focus on the brakes. Overall, the lap looks clean, not many mistakes. Let's see what the time is going to be. It's a 1:09.9, which is a solid lap, but here we are on our second lap and final. Again, Saint-Devote, really clean, cut that curb slightly, gains us a little bit of time. And up the hill into Casino Square, slightly better through here. Really close to the wall, that really maximized the time. Now Mirabeau, really tight. And here the hairpin, a lot of time to gain as we go purple in the first sector. Mount that curb, we gain a lot more speed through there. We're already half a second ahead of our previous lap time. Going through the tunnel here, that kink might take you out in a race, as there is a tire on the track. Again, a little mistake into the chicane, that loses us a lot of time. Let's see how we hold it through here. Nice and sturdy, not many slip-ups, a lot of cutting through there, but that's allowed. Raskas, nice and clean, near to the wall. Good approach toward the last corner, and see, we're going to the line, and it's going to be a 4/10 improvement, and 1:09.5 with 2 purple sectors. Let's see what that gives to us, and in the end, that is P3.
You can feel the tension in the air as we move into race day here at Monaco. It's a track that requires the full concentration of the drivers with zero margin for error. It tests their skills to the absolute limits, so no wonder it remains a fan favourite. We're on the French Riviera once more this weekend at the 2-mile-long Circuit de Monaco. The cars will climb around 40 metres up the hill, past the casino, and then descend downwards towards the harbour through Sector 2. It's a very short run from pole position to the first of the 19 corners at Saint-Devote. And don't expect to see much overtaking here today.
As we are here on the grid, where the longest race in terms of laps, the shortest track. And let's see the strategy for this race. I think it's a simple one stop. However, I'm going soft to hards because the tires don't matter around here, and I wanted to stick because track position is key, and I don't want to lose it to any people around me. I think the biggest strategy for the start is going to be to jump the man in second place, to have a clean track, as the leader should pull away from us. And let's see how the race is gonna go. as we are here at the end of the formation lap, passing a few cars who are disqualified from it, lining up in P3. The goal for the start, get ahead of the Haas on the left. Then I'm gonna be happy because the McLaren should push away from us as people start lining up, finish lining up. And let's see, 39 laps around Monaco. The 5 red lights are on, and let's see, it's a decent getaway. The Haas pulls away a little bit, but he bogs down slightly in 4th and 5th as we dive down the inside, and that's a perfect getaway. We are ahead of him, just behind the McLaren who hit the wall. Let's see if it has any damage as he understeers into Casino Square. Let's see if we can keep close to him, or is he just gonna pull away? Like I said before, I'm expecting him to pull away because he's much faster than all of us. But here, first lap, the tires not up to temperature maybe after the formation lap. Let's see what happens as he already starts to pull away after the slowest section on the F1 calendar. He's already 9/10 ahead. Let's see if I can keep the Haas behind, which I should be able to do, as it is really difficult to overtake around here. Okay, we're going through into swimming pool now, one of the hottest turns, as you can hit the wall really easily. These S's also unforgivable of any mistakes. Let's see, the McLaren stays around 8/10 ahead of us. A decent gap, but still the dirtier hits our car, which lacks downforce. And now, lap 4, we are safely ahead of the Haas. 3.5 seconds, but here the leader gets taken. Oh, there's a lot of. Oh, as he nearly gets spun during the blue flags, as I think the Haas ahead doesn't let him through. That pushes him back towards us. And let's see what happens now as he pulls away slightly through the tunnel. But that wasn't the nicest way to let people through, as he's struggling behind that Haas now. He doesn't want to let him by. That's going to lose him a lot of time. Let's see, maybe that opens a chance for us. So going through the swimming pool chicane into Raskas. The Haas still doesn't let the leader by. Let's see what happens as he needs to let him by now. And the McLaren goes really aggressive on him as I try and follow him through. That's exactly what I do. And let's see what happens. For the last few laps, nothing happened. The McLaren just pulled away. It was all safe for the last 6 laps. No big changes to my race. Now a Alpine behind me as we come in for our first and hopefully only pit stops around Monaco. As we know, we have standard damage, meaning hitting the wall might give us some damage to the wing. Putting on hard tires. Let's see how we do. Going out of the pits now. Decent pit stop from our pit crew, 2.6 seconds. So we come out now. We're in P4 as a McLaren retires in Saint-Devote. Let's see. I'm trying to get a safety car now, but the safety car now might mess up my race, as the guys ahead might box and get ahead of me. As I underfuel the car slightly, hoping there's going to be a few safety cars. But let's see. Going towards the slowest corner on the calendar, going now towards the tunnel and see what happens. As the McLaren leaves the session, there's yellow flags and a safety car deployed. Let's see what happens now. My dream has come true, but in the worst possible moment. But we are here ahead of the Alpine. So we're in P2 behind the leader now on hard tires. It's not the best, but not the worst either, because probably the Alpine, unless he has some unbelievable pace, he won't overtake me. Okay, as we go racing on lap 13, the leader really backs up the pack. Doesn't want to get jumped. As he boots it now, he gets me slightly, and the Alpine is closing up as well, but we should be able to keep him behind. And yes, that's exactly what we do into turn 1. And now let's see how the race unravels, but we should be safe now in P2 unless I do some big mistake, which shouldn't happen. As you can see, the leader already pushing away on his fresh medium tires, and that I think will be for the rest of this stint. I'm just going to lose time to him, but should be able to pull away from the guys behind me as we get into the tunnel on lap 14. And now we skip 10 laps. So you can see nothing has happened. The Alpine behind me has boxed for new wing, and now we have an Alpha Tauri on the back of us. I clipped the wall twice here. Don't know if I have any damage, but oh, there's my teammate in the Williams going backwards. I don't know what's happened there, but I'm trying to continue on with the wing damage because I know that there's no point. There's no point in boxing now. The guy won't overtake me, as my engineer tells me to box now for new tires, basically meaning I have damage. But I have this Alpha Tauri behind me. He's really close because I have a lot of understeer now, as you can see. Try to pop down the inside, I still defend my position. He's hit me slightly, but that did not cause any damage to my floor, thankfully. Now, going to the slowest part of the track, it's impossible to overtake here unless you want to crash. Let's see, going now into the tunnel. He is close, but I don't think he's close enough to do the lunge into the corner. But as you can see in the top left corner, he has a penalty, 6-second penalty for cutting corners around here, which is really difficult, I think, because there's not many places to cut corners in. But I have a lot of understeer in the car. And let's see, going towards the last chicane here, Raskas, and I think I decide to box this lap because I thought in the cockpit there I will be faster on new tires, and this guy has a 6-second penalty, which means I can gain back that time to him, as I know I'm quick around here. So that's exactly what I do, change my wing, change my tires, because I got a big gap behind me, about 37 seconds, as the boys change my front wing and we get out onto the track around 20 seconds behind the Alpha Tauri, and for the last 13 laps I'll just have to push and push and push to cut that gap down. As we move on slightly later into the lap, at the end of the tunnel, and we can see the Alpha Tauri is boxed, so he's reacting to my pit stop, seeing that I've lost a lot more time than we normally lose during a pit stop. He's just using this time to put on softer tires, fresher tires, and he wants to push away from me now. Let's see what the gap is gonna be as he comes out the pit lane. It's around 3 seconds, so that's not enough for him. Yeah, it's falling now, even 2.8. That's not enough for him. He needs to gain back the 6 seconds that he has in penalties. So right now, I'm in provisional second place with no threats behind me. The only threat in the cockpit right now is myself, as we have a few guys on the blue flags as my teammate parks it up in a really, really bad spot. That loses me a lot of time through there as the gap grows to 3.5 seconds. That wasn't the best way to let through your teammate, but we have to live through it. I still have the tires, so still have the pace. Let's see what happens here. Now, lap 28, a lap later. Let's see what I do through the tunnel. Go really wide on the curb slightly as a good hit, but that's a beautiful 360. Thankfully, nothing happened to our car. No wing damage, and we move on to lap 29 as the Alpha Tauri sets the purple lap time, but I go quicker, which means I have more pace in these tires. I have more pace in the car. It means I can come back. I can cut that gap from these 5 seconds to hopefully less, but right now I'm doing enough to stay in the provisional second place at the end, as the 6 seconds will add up to his final time. to go through again the slowest hairpin on the F1 calendar. The gap 4.5 seconds. Let's see. Right now all I need to do is keep up this pace as we go purple again in the first sector. Going the first chicane, need to be careful here to not hit that wall like we did before. One of the hardest corners here as well, don't hit the wall on the outside. Green sector, 2/10 quicker. Okay, so we are still quick. As you can see, we're gaining time. We're about 4.7, 4.6 even behind an Alpha Tauri. Round off the final corner, onto the main straight. Use the last bits of VRS I have. And I go 3 times quicker than the last lap. And now, lap 32. The gap pretty much the same, 4.3, gaining maybe 2-3 tenths in the previous laps. As I go slightly wide here, 4.4, everything is the same. But something happened. The AlphaTauri has made a mistake as the gap falls down to 2 seconds. I think he must have hit the wall somewhere. He must have damage because he's really slow, as he lost nearly 4 seconds in this sector. And yeah, you can see he's really slow. He slows me down. Brake check me through here. I brake really early to not hit him, but look at how slow he is. He's wobbling around. He might have damage to his floor. Let's see, he doesn't box. I got DRS. Let's see if I have the overspeed to overtake him on the main straight into Saint Devots. Not really, no. I'm not diving down the inside. That will be a kamikaze move. Let's see, heading up the hill as the sun is starting to rise in Monaco. What a beautiful sunrise. But let's see, is this guy gonna make it easy for me? No, he parks it in the middle. It makes it really difficult to drive. Try to lunge down the outside. I slightly push him into the wall there, but no space for me. Let's see, I just gain every single traction zone. He has no traction on these tires. He snaps there, and we move on towards the end of lap 33. He's sliding around. He has no grip on these tires. As I even push him through the main straight. I need to back out of this one, but still try and lunge the outside. That was risky. That was a lot of tire banging there. Let's see. Again, it just gains so much time. He must have some wing damage as well then, because he has so much understeer, losing so much time through the high speed corners. But he's sliding everywhere. Let's see. Again, sliding on every exit. Every exit, his back end just snaps. Let's see, heading into the tunnel. Maybe there'll be oh, that's a good exit through there. There will be an opportunity into the chicane as he has a wobble mid-straight. I need to get wide, try and give him space, but he pushes me off. And I think he parks it down in that chicane. Yes, as there's yellow flags behind. He loses a lot of time to me now. Yeah, over 8 seconds. And this is the end of lap 34. And here we skip to lap 39. Because for the last 5 laps, nothing has changed. I just lost the fastest lap to the Alfa Romeo. And this is the checkered flag. And we take P2 around Monaco. Second podium in 3 races. That is a decent result. As we have the leader of the championship winning another race. Another victory for him. This is my second podium this season, which will regain me second place in the championship, and this is crucial. We need to start building those points to hopefully be in the fight in the championship towards the end of the season. As we have a beautiful podium picture, and this is the final result of the race. Some XP points, and here we're gonna have the standings. Second place in a Williams. Slightly lost the time, but I'll see you next week for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. See ya.